Turning all your tricks against you, cause you're one and only master. Hey, God, ready to rip. I'm a high, ready to rip. With the armor, ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ooh, yeah. Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing Giannis on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. I'm ready to rip. I'm correct. The fish in the water. Hit my mob. Took in his head. Ain't being honest. Where my Honda strapping his harness. Ready to rip. Hey, jump on that track. Ready to roll. Ready to rip. Ready to reach. Place my bets. Hey, you never know when playing on hopes what you could achieve. Making the go. Peace with the soul. Don't matter the bottom with what you believe. Cause if I'm taking the hello,
ladies and gentlemen. We are getting into it today. Oh my. We got a set list. A set list. Hold on. Do we need to put the set list up? Hold on. Do we need to play that one more time? The new song that just hit the block. It's on the YouTube channel, by the way. It is the newest video on the channel. The Ready to Rip song. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it up. That's what she said. Having some big emotional days in the she said departments. I don't know. Once you look into somebody's eyes and you believe them, and it just goes away. I mean, anyways, whole nother discussion. And actually, that's the same discussion we're going to be having today with some individuals. I don't know how some people look these people in their eyes and believe them. It's insane to me. It is insane to me. Let's see if we can get the video up here. Yeah, we can actually. Hold on just a second. I'm not a web designer, but somebody is. Let's see here. Yeah, we got the song is up on the YouTube channel right now. After this ad plays, I'll be able to hear along. When the intro's going, I can't hear along with the song or whatever's playing. This is the Chaz Ready to Rip song. It's kind of like a mixture of all kinds of genres. Obviously, it's a little more rap hip hop. I guess it's going to fit Parker Price Miller's playlist that we're going to be hearing, or some of y'all are going to be hearing. I'm going to be at Beaver Dam this weekend. Not sure if I'm going to be watching the Flow race. It'll be interesting if Dirt Vision or Flow can figure out a way to block. Because I was at Attica, and you couldn't watch the Outlaw race on Dirt Vision in the stands. It was weird. Maybe they're testing this blackout theory deal they're trying to do. But it would be cool if you could block people at a Dirt Vision. That's the next step in this streaming war, is for, if you're at a World of Outlaw event, somehow them figuring out a way for you to be blocked from watching Flow racing at a Dirt Vision race. That is, dude, somebody's going to steal that. Somebody is going to do that, guys. That is the future. Is that not the future, guys? That is the next step to really taking it next level, to where guys or fans, if they can't just be like, oh, well, I ain't worried about going to the Flow race or High Limit. I'll just go to the Outlaw race and watch High Limit on my phone. If they can figure out a way to start blocking the other streams, that would be really cool. That would be I'm for that. I like that. That's a good strategy. That sounds awesome. I'm just playing. But anyways, the Ready to Rip song, let's see how it sounds on the let's see. Hey, almost. It's a little delayed, ain't it? Do we need to like rap with it? That's on the chest. Oh, I do like the song, dude. There's a lot of intricate rhyming in this. I know some people are not into rap music, but this first verse right here, there's a lot of things going on. But anyways, I will say that the image there is like a mixture of AI generation. Apparently Adobe just came out with their own kind of chat GPT style like animation deal. I did use that to create that, but it took like 400 freaking like type-ins and generations to get it to something that I wanted. And there's potentially some interesting things coming to the channel here, with possibly being involved with Bitcoin, possibly being involved with Trump. I can't believe I'm saying that. After today, though, it looks like we're gonna have to start picking sides. It does look like we're gonna have. Oh, is that hook? Dude, did you just say that? Look at the lyrics there. Coming correct, a fish in the water, hit my marks, hook it and set, and being honest, wearing my Hans and strapped in this harness, ready to rip. Bro, I'm telling you, there's some intricate things. Hold on, there was another one too that was really good in here that I wrote out. And a lot of my stuff's freestyle. My music's very free in doing it. Right here where it opens up. This one's very, very intricate. Where's it at? Jump on that track, ready to roll, ready to rip. Ready to reach is what it says. Placing my bets, hey, you never know. When playing on hopes, what you can achieve. Peace with the soul. What does it say? Peace with the soul. Making your goals, peace with the soul. I think that's what it says. Oh, that's the part that's really, really depth right there. I can't believe I can't get it because this is very fast section right here, so I can understand why I can't keep it on the section. But it says making the goal, peace with the soul, no matter the bottle or what you believe. Cause if I'm taking it all in, the calling is hardened with nothing that's harder than free. Oh, bro. There's some intricate things in there. I don't know if some people can get it. I'm sure some people got the part with the old lady screaming out and the sunrise and sunset, 45 to shine down. I'm sure y'all all understand that one. You know, the shine down song, 45, staring down the barrel of a 45. You know, eventually one day, the sunset and the sunrise. I just think... apparently, I just think so. One day, it's the wrong guy's lady, and 45 to shine down. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm trying to help you, you know, go the other way with it. You know, that's what I was saying here at the end of that first verse. You know, evil hunting love. Real passion, love, lust, real passion, love. Oh, dude, y'all need some help. Y'all do need some help. But anyway, that's the new song that is out on the Chaz. Just put it out. It's going to be going to the streaming services soon. And I'll tell you what, if you can listen to this song in a stereo or a nice headset, dude, I can't wait to put this on like an actual banger of some speakers. I mean, this thing really hits. It really, really does hit. I'm just saying. Do we have people in the chat room yet, or has everybody tuned in and tuned out very quickly? Oh, no, they're already in there talking shit. The late night talk show has arrived, guys. The late night talk show has arrived. We do have to choose sides because how long before they ban racing because of pollution? They really got y'all bought into this, don't they? Somebody said Rick Hendrick and NASCAR gave Larson the green light for Larson to run the Indy race and the Coke 600 as well. Go back to back. Look the pre-race show. Oh my God. Are the people going to be rolling in, or are we doing this too late? I think we might have did it too late, guys. That's what's happening here. But it's all right. We'll continue with the show. We'll just keep going down the line because there is some things to talk about. It is very interesting, the situation with Larson. We're going to get to that, though. But the first thing we have to get to is one of the most egregious things we saw on the internet outside of this song. And that is this video right here. Ladies and gentlemen, so what you're seeing on your screen is a video from that most people haven't even noticed. Only has 2,500 views. That's definitely low, at least for the guy on the left. This is on Sprint Car Unlimited on their YouTube page, and it has, as Spike calls him, the Elliott on the show. I love how Spike calls him the Elliott. It is very comical sometimes how disgusting Spike is. But You have Jeremy Elliott and Dirt Tracker. This video is an hour and 16 minutes long. You know, I really do personally, thinking about this, you know, I don't dislike Dirt Tracker at all. I like raw, unscripted, authenticity style speakers. That's what I usually go for in life. Obviously his show is teleprompted, scripted, even though it's based on his own personal emotion. He's a writer of it. And they go into detail about how he actually puts his shows together, which we already all knew. Well, I knew already how he does it. But I'm not saying I'm not a fan of what he does. I mean, sometimes I watch it, but you know, the argument is with what he does, you know, is that if you just pay attention to racing, you already know what he's telling you. And that is somewhat true in itself. It's almost like Sports Center late at night. You already know the ending of the games and the scores, and it's not like it's an exclusive interview situation. So even a Sports Center or Scott, I've related him to Scott Van Pelt. It's a little more in-depth because they have additional information they're providing about the subjects. And sometimes he does. Sometimes he has some things. But it's hard to label what it actually is. But I will say, and this is why I'm a fan of this style of thing, I will say that this interview with Jeremy Elliott and Dirt Tracker is amazing. It's awesome. I mean, you finally get this Dirt Tracker guy, which he's done these before, but not in this way. With Jeremy's pretty good at carrying a conversation, an interview, of him just like letting out what he thinks and feels along the way. The only time I think Jeremy stumped him, which I think Jeremy expected, at least based on his reaction, for Fiedler to have a response or an answer to what he was trying to invoke, was the part where he asked him if he ever thought he had said anything that he, you know, regretted or wish he would have said a different way or did this or did that. And Fiedler kind of, you know, said that if he ever had, he had already, you know, reconciled it or followed up with additional content to discredit or combat what he had said incorrectly. It seemed like that Elliott had in his mind that he would get a yes to some element of regret or second thinking or second guess or a different element or way to address a certain topic. But regardless, I'm just a fan of these more so people being people and who they are, and kind of more off the cuff style, authentic talk shows and people talking in that delivery. I think that kind of makes this content that you see here with Justin Fiedler on Jeremy's show a little, I would say it should have more views than his normal viewed videos, just because it is actually being a little more humane to the situation. I think it's a little more of a person, more so than a prompter. And I mean, it's fine. It's like I said, it's fine how it goes. But I just like people. I see, and I'm not saying anything is, you know, analytically based for a reason or a rhyme. It ain't CNN and Fox. We're going to be talking about them, where there's actually a motive to a certain way to write a certain thing, and there's like a overall manuscript to all kind of controlled oppositional based medias. But I'm not a big fan of it. That's all. But I'm a big fan of this. If you haven't seen this video, go check this out. Justin Fiedler, if you have an hour and 16 minutes, if you're going to be driving to Beaver Dam, like I will be driving to Beaver Dam tomorrow, you're going to a racing event, you're going to be on the road for a while, this is the perfect kind of content. And I guess this is also why I like this type of content, because I'm on the road a lot. But this is a really good hour and 16-minute video where you can, once again, deep dive in, as the show is called, with Justin Fiedler, and their conversation here is really good. Of course, Jeremy Elliott throws me under the bus at a certain point. Apparently, our jokingly conversations on our phone conversations spill into the microphone on this show. And we can start doing that on this side of the plate, too. If we need to, we can. But I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice, Jeremy. I'm trying to be nice. Let's see here. Oh, no. What do we got? Any response to this? Did anybody see this? We have to get Trump back in. Oh, God. Let's just move into the points that we wanted to talk about because y'all are just here for the freaking. People are saying sad day in America. Oh, my God. Hi, Chaz. You are awesome. Well, thank you, Janet. Thank you for being nice. Thank you for being nice. Jason Guthrie says they are already making laws to make it illegal to modify production cars for off-road use. Oh, God. They really got y'all buying this stuff. You ain't even looking into hydrogen. You ain't even looking into what you need to be looking into if you're worried about losing racing and motorsports. This is why I keep trying to say, when you start pushing the sprint car thing is going green. You know, the sprint car thing runs on methanol. It produces 0 carbon emissions. I've been talking about this for fucking 6 years. I mean, the Democrats are on our side. It is the Democratic Party of Belclaire that is going to invest like $5 million into Belclaire. Y'all get this, right? Who knew that Democratic parties were for racing? But it's happened. I mean, the biggest dirt production before Flow or Dirt Vision was what? That Dirt Track Warriors thing with Scott Bloomquist, and who put that together back in like the mid-2000s? That was CNN. So regardless, I get y'all are trying to use extremist views of California for your example. California is a psychotic individual. California, say there's this family of Democrats, all right? California is like the daughter or son or confused identity person who needs to be in some kind of treatment. It's taking all kind of pills. They have issues, okay? California has big psychological problems. I don't even think half the family of the Democrats agree, even though they put you on TV and Fox News. Okay, hold on. We'll just get into it. Y'all want to get into it, so that's fine. First, let's do this. I want everybody to be educated when they watch the Chaz as well. So there's a video that I think everyone needs to see on the Chaz before we continue, and it does have audio, so let's just make sure you understand that. Here's the audio. This is what you need to see before we get into political topics. Watch this very closely.
Hands on your food. Most people think it just starts eating it. But flies actually can't chew like humans. So instead, they sort of puke up a special type of saliva right onto your meal. This saliva contains digestive enzymes that break down your food into a slurpable liquid. The fly then uses its proboscis to suck it up like a smoothie, which is how they consume your food. When a
Right. So y'all need to know
fly
this about
lands on your
flies. You
food.
need to understand this is how flies operate. And this fly operates very similarly to your television screens that you watch every day. It just pukes shit up all over your food, which is your mind. You know, just destroys your brain cells and then uses your mind to profit or eat like the fly. So this is television right here. This is why I don't like the teleprompter way of lifestyle. Now, there's many different ways to look at this. There's many different ways to look into the situation. Obviously, this was the news that hit the airways today. This is it. This is what's posted everywhere. Fox News promoting Trump. Guilty. Guilty Trump. Oh, my God. Oh, the world's over. Let's look at the comments. Your new president has just been elected. See, they're diving into it over here. The Fox News people they're just loving it. There are Nazis in this country. Americans must not put up with this. Now they're using Nazis. Oh, my God. Sad day for justice for America. Biden is guilty too. Convicted felon, the party of law and order has their nominee. Wow. Dude, this guy just came in here with the hammer. Did you see what this dude said? Or is that a she or a he? You don't know with how he's dressed. It's a he, we can tell. Oh, they can't. The replies have been filtered out. He will appeal. Oh, here we go. So you have this situation with the Trump people. Obviously, Fox News posts this out there with this horrible look for Trump, trying to rally up their fan. This is so. Let me explain to you the relation to the fly. So this post is the puke onto your burger, onto your food. This is to melt your mind, to capture it, to make money and profit off of it. This is the whole process here. This is how the conglomerates feed. This is how they eat. So, after they do this, they can see that there's still more food left. You know, the fly just lands on the burger of your brain, and it's only got a little part of it. So now it has to do some more. It has to puke some more crap out. So what does it do over here? So Fox News comes in, follows up with this one, with this post right here. Cashing in. This was 25 minutes ago. So while the MAGA, Make America Great Again, right, comes to the aid of Trump, Joe Biden and those who are about democracy need you. So Biden and Harris campaign immediately starts fundraising, push off Trump's guilty verdict. Okay, so maybe some typos, but they don't even care if they got the typo right or wrong. They're just trying to get more food. That's all they're trying to do. Puke all over your brain. So you get this far, and then you try to go see what maybe they're actually saying in the news head, like, because nobody does this. Look, nobody does this, guys. I see people do this all the time. So here's this post on Facebook. The big burger, they puke on there. Your mind is consumed. And then I just see people share this post, and they never do this. They never do this. I never see anyone do this. I never see anyone really click the link and go and read anything. I never really see this happen. So you go in here and you see different things. I mean, look at the funny things. They got Ivanka Trump breaks silences on father's conviction. I love you, Dad. Oh my God, play the sympathy violins, please. Just fire her on up. Then we get down here, and it's Schumer and Pelosi just firing off. They even got a picture of Hillary Clinton down here, guys. Hillary Clinton. They're just going after, they're puking all over your burger at this point. They're trying to soap up every little duke and dime. And you know why? Because of all these little advertisers and people that pay them money to do this. Go watch the World Tour. Fox, June 8th. Just go watch baseball as they puke on your head. Belmont Stakes is coming too. Wager some money. So anyway, there's this link in here with all this baseless, useless information. It's just scattered with different hit piece, kind of quotations and stupid things to Trump's top political rivals. You know, it's just, it really has no explanation to the details or anything that's happening. It's just more so hit pieces of our guys versus your guys. Cheer for the Cowboys, boo to the Eagles. That is what this is about. Now, speaking of the Eagles, if you are, per se, the Cowboy fan of the situation, this is what I like to do, and I know this is against all white male wearing a hat like this, going to dirt track law, but let's see what the evil CNN is saying. Oh my God. What is the devil up to today? Get over here to CNN. Oh, what the hell are they saying here? A New York jury convicting Donald Trump on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records brought the former president's week-long trial to a close, but ushering in a new phase of the historic case. What happens now? So this is actually providing some information, even though it's another kind of fly, you know, it's an angle, it's a different angle. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. They did do the Dirt Track Warriors documentary, thanks a lot. But regardless, I mean, they're 34 counts. Okay, so this has to be, so like I was saying, you go to the Fox News thing, you go to their Facebook page, and it's basically nothing but, covering this. This is like their headliner. It's all cashing in. It's all convictions. It's everything. You go to the CNN page, you would think they would be like celebrating, just like they said Biden and Kamalisa and all them people were doing. But Fox News isn't banking on you going and clicking links or looking at what they're not expecting you to go to the Philadelphia Eagle page and see what they're saying. They just expect you to listen and fall in line. Back to Nazism. But that post was 2 hours ago. And the rest that I'm seeing here, you got Lenny Kravitz. You got a Minneapolis police officers being injured. You got something about a spelling bee champion, and that's it. Wow, they're like not really worried about it. They're not just smear campaigning them like it seems like they want you to believe. But regardless, you click on to their once again that hold on, I got to do it just for the fact. We see the headline post. We click the link. I know a lot of people don't do that, but we're doing it. We're doing it. So we click on the link. What's it happen? What happens? What happens now that Trump has been convicted in his hush money criminal case? So this thing actually has information. It's not about, oh, hate this guy. I'm not trying to boost CNN, but this is the only place I could find actual information. The other stuff was, the Fox News stuff was just playing this guy versus that guy games. This is actually providing information. I don't know how, it's even got it highlighted, bolded. You know, the font has been increased. So it says, when will Trump be sentenced? And this Juan Merchant, or whatever he is, has set Trump sentencing for 10 a.m. Eastern on July 11th. So that's the sentencing. Merchant could sentence Trump to probation or up to 4 years on each count in state prison with a maximum of 20 years. For now, the former president will remain out of prison as he awaits his sentencing. Prosecutors did not ask for Trump to post any bond. Can Trump appeal his conviction? I couldn't find this on the Fox website, guys. This is CNN. Trump has consistently appealed court rulings against him in an effort to delay the proceedings or eventually land his case before a court that may side with him. The New York case is no different. So basically he's talking about, in another weird way, politically based regional bribery. Shortly after Trump was convicted, his attorney asked the judge for an acquittal of the charges, notwithstanding the guilty verdict. The judge rejected the pro forma request. During the course of the trial, Trump's legal team took other steps to preserve its right to appeal a potential guilty verdict, looking at rulings from the judge on testimony and evidence. They're all but certain to mount such an appeal in the coming weeks. So the current conviction, its own sentencing is July 11th. Okay, it's over a month, almost a month and 3 weeks, 2 weeks. But they're already getting things ready to appeal, which is going to delay it for another month or two, and then you'll have another sentencing or conviction or nothing for another month or two. So everybody's freaking out. And then it says here at the end, can Trump still be elected? In short, yes. Even CNN is saying this. University of California, Los Angeles law professor, one of the country's leading experts on election law, has consistently said that nothing in the U.S. Constitution bars a convicted criminal from running for the nation's highest office. Oh, boy. So what are we talking about here? I hate to say, in my research of this, because everybody started messaging me, I had a guy from Australia message me and say, I guess you're moving to Australia now, huh, mate? And I go, what are you talking about? Oh, Trump's convicted. I said, he can't be the president or nothing, can he now? And I go, not today, but stay tuned fucking next week. Because this damn political system is days of our fucking lives. This is a show, buddy. This is a show. But then when I started clicking and thought about talking about this tonight and started going here and going there and clicking around, when I started going around and clicking around, I found me a big ass fly. Personally, I found me a fucking fly. Because this little fucking Fox News bitch, these little Fox News fuckers running around, this guy, that guy, campaigning, fucking blaming, convicted, all these swirls, all these pictures of freaking Hillary. I love you, Dad. All this Days of Our Lives shit is over here, guys. All this Days of Our Lives shit is over here. And maybe that's because Fox News has the Republican side. There is a lot of older white males, and we are highly emotional people, I guess. And they are playing the emotions, the ideologies, the implemented fantasy-based Disney World society that we have been raised up into in the Julian Arts department. But this Fox News is that fucking fly. This thing is just puking shit left and right all over everyone's face and using it in every direction where I get it. CNN, like I said, I get it. CNN is the bad, evil corporation for people who watch Fox. And maybe there's a lot of stuff that is that way. But when I went to CNN, when I actually went and looked at CNN's page, maybe Joe Biden and all this stuff's happening. But I'm not really seeing like this freaking, onslaught. I'm looking at hydrogen cars and stuff. And John Legend. Lenny Kravitz is on here. They're talking about polices and spelling bees. And then their story that highlighted the subject actually had questions and answers to what's actually fucking happening. It wasn't pictures of Hillary. It wasn't Trump's daughter saying, I love you, Dad. Come the fuck on. I'm just saying, when I looked into this, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. But still, at the end of the day, I have some videos here to play, y'all, before we get to the end and get some responses. At the end of the day, it's all still Shakespeare and Romeo and Juliet bullshit, in my opinion. It's all still a show. Look, this guy's got it down right here. This is the truth. This is how I feel from time to time. Let's give this guy a listen. Hold on. We got to get, not him. Let's give this guy a listen right here.
For those of you who are awake, I think I've been awake for 5 to 6 years now, partially awake prior to that. I have, over time, through research, realized that everything I was taught in school, our history, was a lie. All of it. It's all a lie. We haven't been told the truth about anything. I don't believe anything we've been told is the truth. It is so far off from the truth, it's scary. Who else on the side of being awake? Like, if you know you're awake, you know you're awake. But who else on the awake side are having a really hard time interacting with people who are completely asleep?
This is me all the time. I mean, even in my previous situation, he's going to go into it. I feel just like this guy.
Like, I can't just get together with people and be like, oh yeah, the weather is sports. Oh, yeah.
It's hard to talk about the sport sometimes, just because I know it's so in fallacies. That's why I went after Larson for so long, just because he's in with the game.
How's the kids? And not talk about the fact our country's being invaded.
Yep.
We are losing. This is the fall of Rome. We are living through the fall of Rome right now. Yep. Our country is being invaded. Our government has been taken over. There was a coup involved. The people running our government right now are all paid off and corrupt. Every one of them. I don't care. Congress, Senate, House, doesn't matter. I think most of them are compromised.
That's why I say we live in a corporate-based communism. It's just mass for capitalism and theatrics between the two political sides that we get to see. That's why I call it Days of Our Lives. It's an animated show, but with real money, and it's all basically getting you to stay in line so they can just keep taking tax money, basically. Keep you in line. We're going to talk about tax money here in just a second.
They're not representing the people at all. And this is for those...
He keeps going. This one's even better, though. This one's even better. I want to get into this one. This is a reverend from Dallas, Texas. And we get real down there in Dallas, boy. I'm telling you. But this guy's got it going on. Listen to this, and we're going to digress into what I just talked about, keeping you going to pay the taxes that keeps us afloat. But we're depending on some little guy on a TV screen to keep us rolling. Here we go. Listen to this.
Give the whole world a shot, but you still got people starving and nothing. Yeah, see, ain't nobody saying nothing.
Yep.
Oh, you got to take this shot. You better take it. It's to save your life, and it's free. We giving it free because it's to save everybody's life. If it's to save life, why ain't chemotherapy free? Why ain't insulin free? If it's to save everybody's life.
Dino.
So it's to save my life. But you got people dying of malnutrition. And we can't plant a garden over there, but we can send shots everywhere around the world. Somebody better open their eyes.
I'm telling you, man. This is the I still don't, once again, dealing with the previous situation, I still don't know how people see it and grasp it for what it is versus what it ain't. You got to look at things as a very business savvy aspect, and this is why people do and do not like me in the racing world, because I'm talking about the politics of the racing world, but really I'm just talking about the business aspects of the racing world. I'm just talking about how the money moves and why people move it and who aligns with who because of the money and the influence to make the business keep going round and round. And I saw this in the regular sectors of society. It's not hard to see these things, you know. Like he's talking about, obviously, the shot heard round the world, literally. And it was for free to save your life, but there is all these other things that people are dying from that never get attention to. Although, back to the tax game, the money system, the plantation that we are all on, if you ain't figured that out, still don't know why you don't. It's unfortunate, but it's true. You know, if you was paying attention to any of the political topics and the debates for presidency prior to COVID, one of the main topics, or kind of the floating topics for a decent amount of time in the political spectrum of society, was Social Security. And how Social Security was being drained. And how there wasn't enough money to fund all the people up in age groups. And that, how are we going to fix it? And I'll tell you something right now. I ain't seen one damn topic talking about that in a long time, ever since that old system came through. I had about a 3.5 hour, or 2.5 hour train ride in Australia, and I started talking to some people about this, and they were like, well, yeah, that's we had similar style talks in our political systems about older people drawing from funds. Obviously, it wasn't as big of a topic as we have in American society. And then I was talking to a farmer about this in Ohio, having this discussion off camera, and I was like, you know, it seemed like they got rid of the problem in that Social Security issue, because it was like the first damn disease in world history, it seemed like, where the young people were immune, like babies and stuff. Usually in all diseases, it's those who are, you know, less of an immune system-based support, which would be the very young who haven't experienced too much, and the very old who are weakening. And it was like the first disease in world history where the young were immune to the disease. And that didn't make no sense to me. But when you consider once again, the plantation, the tax fields, who's the future taxpayer that's going to fund everything? Oh, it's the infancies. Those are the ones that are going to fund in 20-ish years. And then you obviously don't want to have this issue of having too many old people drawing from Social Security. So you might have to develop this thing here that he's talking about that in 20 or 30-ish years or 10 years, all of a sudden has some kind of reaction. And the people in the age ranges that we are all in and are, 30 to 40-ish, or even the mid-range people, 20s, you get to your 55, 60 range, and all of a sudden it's gone because of some long-term side effect that no one ever saw coming, even though all the people making the warp speed, including your savior who helped all this happen, all these people doing all this, they're, acts from any kind of, retribution from something that may happen down the road. That was also in there as well. And I saw Joe Rogan and that Terrence guy talking about how comorbidity is up, or COVID, I forgot the actual terminology, but they're just talking about all these different diseases and things that are up by 30%, up by 40%, and just overall health effects that no one's even talking about. They don't touch it because it's a big system, but it's all about apparently helping you, but there's still these people on the streets. So regardless, when I was talking to this farmer about this, he said, we call that Roundup. It kills the old weeds that are taking up land, and it helps the younger seeds stay immune to grow older, and it also puts in a little bit to the generation of plants that are getting a little older, and they're going to eventually go away down the line because they're not going to survive as long. That's how you Roundup treat a plantation. I don't know if he was actually saying that for a fact, but he was just making a casual joke. So, to circle around, obviously you have this issue to begin with because of this system right here.
Energy companies that profit when there's an energy crisis, military industrial complex that profits when it's a war, pharmaceutical companies that profit when there's a pandemic. You're creating the necessity for ongoing crisis.
Yes.
If the elites in the society benefit from situations that are detrimental to everybody else, that's what reality's going to become. That's what reality has become.
Right.
But how can you have energy companies that profit when there's an energy crisis, military industrial complex that profits when it's a war, pharmaceutical companies that profit when there's a pandemic? You're creating the necessity for ongoing crisis.
Yes.
If the elites in the society benefit from situations that are detrimental to everybody else, that's what reality's going to become. That's what reality has become.
All business. You see the money rolling in the background. So regardless, this all spurs back first, I think, to the TV screen, because if you didn't have the TV screen, you wouldn't believe anything. But it's all very intricate on how it actually works, and it's really all just a business, even in the racing world. I had some experience in the business sectors of the motorsports industry before having a recollection of everything, of how things work, and even some of the spiritual religious beliefs behind the money. Because once you get past the money, and this is where it gets all, hair standing uppy, once you get past the money with these people on who's doing this and why they do it, there's always there's not too many things in the world that's more important than business to some of these people. But then there is, and usually that is in some style of religious belief. That's where you find extremists in all categories. That's where you find the Molochs. That's where you find the dark arts, as they joke and say. When you go find all that stuff, that's when it gets creepier. That's where and that's not Epstein level. What I'm talking about is like 10 or 15 levels above an Epstein situation, although we think that's the only island that was out there. I'm sure there's islands out there that, like we had our military guy call in the other day, I'm sure there's islands out there that look better than freaking Disney World and Hawaii combined, that are all just private owned by somebody who has all this money and expense. So it's a very intricate situation. And I've been saying that the racing world is a microcosm. Obviously, I don't think we have any Epstein people in this racing industry, but on the flip side, it operates in a very similar way. So when I went and researched and did all that stuff into the regular world and the religious-based factors of the regular industries of the world, I took my knowledge with the racing world, the knowledge that I have, and mixed the two over the last few years, and have got to a lot of conclusions that have been fairly good. And then a little information, speaking here, speaking there, it's very similar. It's not hard to see the motives behind how people do things and why they operate. It's almost like it's an anthill. You know, the ants are all doing, or you go outside here, and I'm in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I see a anthill, and all the ants are pretty much, say it's gigantic, say it's a 3-foot tall anthill. I'll go over to California or later this year, and I'll see another anthill, maybe smaller, maybe bigger, but they're all basically doing the same thing. It's either a bigger or a smaller colony. That's honestly, that would be my theory for aliens. If there's aliens out there, they're just another one of us. But regardless, this is a very intricate situation. It all ties in. It all ties into the political show, the theatrics. It's all about mental manipulation at the end of the day, because the mind is what makes you number one on the planet. You're not stronger, faster than any animal out there. You're just smarter, and smart people know that. So regardless, I'm sure we only have like one viewer left. Oh, somebody said Bohemian Grove. Do we talk about the Larson deal? There was a video I wanted to show y'all. This right here, we'll get into a racing topic just a little bit. We probably went off the deep end. I know people have tuned out now, but look at this. This is an F1 video. I've always joked about F1. Obviously, I have my issues with the Indy 500, but listen to what this is. Sebastian Vettel, I think, or something like that. Listen to, and I gotta respect, I made a comment on this video. You see I have the blue thumb up on this video. Back to the Roman circus. We're just going to get back into the game. You can either fight it or play with it, and we play with it every now and then. It's just a part. That guy was saying earlier, when you become awake, how about when you become aware? I think you become awake first in life, or woke, and then you become aware, and you kind of just have to know what you're in, and you just continue down the path. So this is continuing down the path. I was just hoping y'all become aware a little bit more. So now we're going to keep going into the world. Now, in the world, there's this F1 thing, and I've always been very critical of it because the racing's relatively boring. And as far as me talking about NASCAR drivers just being rich and privileged and all this, these guys take the cake. It's like they're like rich and privileged compared to NASCAR, like NASCAR is to dirt. They're just next level. But I made the comment on this video, that's true love. Listen to what Sebastian Vettel does here in this video. Listen to this.
As much time as I need.
Yep.
He's going to start listing every single champion, or as many as he can, in Formula One racing history. Listen to this. He's going to try.
Okay, Lewis 2020, Lewis 2019, 18 Lewis, 17 Lewis, 16 Nico Rosberg, 15 Lewis, 14 Lewis, 13, 12, 11, and 10 myself. 9 was Jensen. 8 was Lewis, 7 was Kimi, 6 and 5 was Fernando, 4, 3, 2 and 2000 was Michael, 99 and 98 Hakkinen, 97 Villeneuve, 96 Hill, 95 and 94 was Michael, 93 Prost, 92 Mansell, 91 and 90 Senna, 89 Prost, 88 Senna, 87 PK, 86 and 85 was Prost, 84 Lauda, 83 PK, 82 Rosberg, 81 PK again, 80 Alan Jones, 79 Scheckter, 78 Andretti, 77 Lauda, 76 Hunt, 75 Lauda, 74 Fittipaldi, 73 Stewart, 72
I was just blown
Fittipaldi
away
again.
when I saw this.
71 was Stewart, 70 was Rindt, 69 Stewart, 68 Graham Hill, 67 Denny Hulme, 66 Jack Brabham, 65 Jim Clark, 64 Surtees, 63 Jim Clark, 62 Graham Hill, 61 Phil Hill, 60 and 59 was Jack Brabham, 58 Mike Hawthorne, now 6, 5 and 4 Fangio, 53 and 52 Ascari. 51 Fangio, and Farina was the first one. Yes?
That was so impressive.
I think
All of them, guys. He named all of them. No, he's not reading off a screen. He's not reading off a screen. I know y'all are jealous now. But I'm curious, actually. That makes me think that I am going to go to the race tomorrow, and I'm going to see if any... That's going to be like my question. We'll go to each guy and be like, can you read off, or off the top of your head, like he just did, every single World of Outlaws sprint car champion? I think we're back. Little hiccup. Kinzer Shot Sweet just named the last 30. I don't think they can. I don't think that Kinzer Shot Sweet is the last 30. Who do y'all think could actually say them all? Because you got the USA year in there as well. I'm just saying, you got these years in there. And that only goes back to 78. He just went back to 50. 1950, guys. That's tough. That's tough. And of course, we didn't talk about the Larson thing, although this is a very interesting video. I'm just kind of, I didn't really know what to talk about tonight. So I was like, let's just do some random, run around Facebook, YouTube stuff and hear some different talking points. I thought this was funny, though. Listen to this.
It was a good race, though. I hate Mark's crying so bad because this car ain't got no spoiler on it. He won so many races with all the spoiler, and he's crying so bad. Somebody needs to take some towels over there to him before he falls out on the floor where he's crying about it.
So this is Dale Earnhardt Sr. making fun of Mark Martin, apparently. That's what this is for those who aren't watching but are just listening.
And, it was a good race, though. I hate Mark's crying so bad because this car ain't got no spoiler on it. He won so many races with all the spoiler, and he's crying so bad. Somebody needs to take some towels over there to him before he falls out on the floor where he's crying about it. And it was a good.
Wow. Over there in NASCAR, they get highly emotional. Now, this is the last story of the day. Before we get into some call-ins, we will do some call-ins. No playoff waiver for Kyle Larson is a headline right now. It is a headline out there making the rounds. Apparently, this is up for debate. And the titling of this video is pretty hilarious. Kyle Larson proved Coca-Cola 600 isn't a crown jewel, but at what cost? What a freaking clickbaiter. That's a clickbaiter there. That is a clickbaiter. So you get over here to this place that's, just lighting the world on fire with this scenario. And really, it's just almost like Fox News. You get here and it's a link. Some guy named Jared Haas. Is he related to Gene Haas? I don't know. But the guy is just doing a YouTube video, technically.
Hyundai Kona versus.
And I was just clicking it to give you an idea of how little of a view
Dreams
this
have been
actually
made
acquired.
for my family and I.
1.5K views this video got. And it's just a guy sitting here. It's really not even an opinion. Jared Haas, a graduate of Cedarville University in 2019, has been following NASCAR since 2006. This is, I'm not pretty, guys, but this is where NASCAR's at. And he goes in there and can't believe the internet connections issues we're having here tonight. But he says he doesn't deserve the waiver, which everybody else that I've talked to has pretty much said that he deserves the waiver. So I don't really think that this is a conversation to be having. I really don't. But anyways, we've been going for an hour. Do we open up the live chats? Usually the live chats is what ruins everything. If you want to sound off about Trump or anything like that, the call number is on the screen. I don't know if you want to call in about this stuff today, but it could get interesting. It could get interesting with Trump being the topic. I just think that it's kind of a ridiculous notion by the side that is playing a side but is not playing a side. It's almost hilarious in a way. All right, let's go. If you would like to call, the number is on the screen. Or we can end it there. There really wasn't much to talk about today. Could we talk about Beaver Dam or Lawrenceburg or Butler? What? I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Chase Rodman has all the pre-race stuff covered. Go check him out. He's got it going. Yeah. No Airbnb, but I'll be at Butler look for the walking American flag, my boy. We will be at Beaver Dam. So you have fun up there fighting the rain at Butler. But I did hear, or at least Chase Rodman said on his channel, that Butler does actually have a rain date for Sunday. I don't know how far that'll be, but we'll see. What's your idea on the point system on that title belt you plan on doing? Well, somebody did say that I should drop the World Finals from my point system count tabulation, and I should add Volusia. So I don't know if that happens. That could switch it up. We could already have a point system going. I don't think I'm going to count anything in my belt situation except the A main. So if a guy doesn't make the A, it's a big swing. I want the wins to count a lot. I want to include passing points into it as well. That way it's a little more fair, I think. It should be a little more fair. If a guy starts out having a bad night and he has to come from 18th or 20th, and David Gravel starts on the pole and wins, and that guy from 20th finishes 6th or 7th or 5th, maybe he should get more points than winning the race. That's how I'm going to have it set up. I have been tinkering on stuff, but I've also been editing video and trying to do a bunch of other things at the same time. Trying to do like 10 things at once. Song just did that today or the last couple of days as well. So Ubering around and all that, trying to make some cash on the side. So we're still going, but it is not going to be too hard. We'll definitely have something out before Houston's High Bank Nationals. We'll probably have something out here in a week or two. Here in June, we're going to be more centricated, I believe, around the Iowa area. We will see. Was trying to do some Ohio things, but Ohio is having bad luck with weather, and I'm having bad luck with Ohio to begin with, just on having somewhere to be centricated at, because it's going to be a lot of racing on the road almost every single day. So, but anyway, I guess we could call it a race. That's it. We will be at Beaver Dam tomorrow. No one's going to call. That's fine. Spike did not tune in, and that's great. We're safe. We're safe from Spike. Anyway, well, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We didn't get a super chat. That's fine. Super chats are not needed. Subscriptions, though, likes, comments, shares. Y'all been doing a great job of that here lately. Just wanted to make sure I could get a talk in before we hit the road, because we won't be here at this location after tomorrow morning. We will be checking out at about 11 o'clock, heading towards the Beaver Dam area. I believe Sean from the Indy 500 trip will be there. We'll be in a tent on the campground, so it will be rattling and shaking. Thunderstorms on the outside and the inside. So we'll see what happens, if we can pull one or not. May have to get like some kind of separation cloth or something between me and Sean, and his wife Connie's going to be there. I mean, we could break out the camera and make some extra money. It's just up to them, personally. I'm up for it. This onlyfans.com/the Chaz might have to come out if things get a little rough around here. May have to have a small guy in the fight, if you know what I'm saying. Definitely. Small, fat guy. I didn't used to be fat, but, well, I did used to be fat, and then I wasn't, and then I am, and that's why I'm where I'm at anyways, apparently, so. Anyway. Oh my, somebody's a fan. Somebody's a number one fan. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, just wanted to get on here and do something. There wasn't too many racing topics to discuss. The general consensus from all the notions and messages I got was this Trump thing, and I just thought some of the stuff we just looked at, man, sometimes you need to understand it is days of our lives. It is insane. It is insane how they're playing you. Don't get played, though. Get a little, like the guy said, awake, and then become aware. Go on with life. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you at Beaver Dam. And I'm not sure when we'll catch you next time, but we surely will. See you. I usually say catch you next time, ladies and gentlemen, but catch you in a few days, maybe. We'll see. Davenport next week, midweek. I might want to go and check that one out. High limit racing at Davenport is going to be badass. Quarter mile puts on some amazing late mile racing, but I think the sprint car show is going to be badass. I believe that's Tuesday, June 4th. For those who are coming to Beaver Dam, we will see you tomorrow and Saturday, and potentially for those who are going to Davenport, we will see you then. Go check out the new song, like it, share it around, and be ready and looking on the Spotify. It will be hitting the streaming platforms here very, very soon. Talk to you later.
Ready to rip, ready to reach. Place my bets, hey, you never know when playing on hopes what you could achieve. Making the go, peace with the soul, don't matter the bottle with what you believe. Cause if I'm taking it all in the calling, it's hard and without the ready to rip, ready to reach. Place my bets, hey, you never know when playing on hopes what you could achieve. Making the go, peace with the soul, don't matter the bottle with what you believe. Cause if I'm taking it all in the calling, it's hard and with nothing that's harder than free. Not giving up, no, don't trip, gotta go. Take a slip, make a pass in the low. Put it down the gas for a show. Slide a pass in the grass for the oh. Got first, never last for the oh no. To the pass, to the glass, to the photo. Cause I'm gonna pass all you cowards with ease. And when them speeding demons come, we don't feast with the beast and the evil hunting lust. Burn your cheeks when I speak with my real passion, love. Turning all your tricks against you cause you're one and only